popcorn. We are two niggas spoiling movies. Yeah. Brandon Collins,
That's me.
and Justin Brown for your movie needs. Medium popcorn.
Woo!
You haven't seen it, well, we're gonna spoil it.
Spoil it in your face.
That's your warning. So if you get pissed, it's all your fault. Woo-hoo. Woo-hoo. Hey, folks, it's your host, Brandon Collins.
Guys, it's Justin Brown.
And we're here with another edition of Medium Popcorn Niggas Spoiling Movies.
And if you guys are listening to this, please come on down the Grandmaster's Kicking Kung Fu and Pork Chops, because I've opened up a new place and I'm ready to kick some ass and make some chops. So come on down, get yourself some pork chops, and of course, get yourself some of these hands.
It's still one of my favorite characters. You got to bring back... Folks, let us know. Tweet at us, Medium P Podcast, if you want us to bring back the fake commercials. If you've been a long fan of Medium Popcorn, you know exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Because we used to do a lot of fake commercials where people were like, I don't know if these are real or not. This year is getting weird. Please stop doing them. But then, people are like, oh, I missed the fake commercials sometimes.
You know what? What was the first one we did?
I think it was Odell Stubbs.
No, it wasn't Odell Stubbs. No, the first one, I would actually go online and find a real product and then just make up a random commercial for it because it was a crazy product.
You did like a Hungry Jack one where you talking about Baconator and shit. And
yeah, it was a commercial for bacon.
You did one with the character from Anaconda and shit. We need to bring back the commercials.
Oh, I forgot. John Voight.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got to bring back the commercials.
Mateo.
We got to bring them back. But folks, tweet at us, Medium P Podcast, if we should bring back # bring back the commercials. And we'll start putting some in the pipeline. That'd be fun.
Yeah, it would be fucking crazy.
Again, just a quick commercial for us is come out to our live show Friday, August 30th at Covet in New York City. We're going to be reviewing Con Air with us, Josh Gondelman from Zeus and Miro, and Afira Eisenberg from
Zeus.
Zeus, hey Zeus, everybody's Zeus, and Ophira Eisenberg from NPR asked me to know that. You know I'm not good at names, nigga. Don't do this to me.
You could have just said the Bodega Boys, man.
The Bodega Boys, we Bodega Boys, we all boys. By the way, I've been watching The Boys. Pretty good.
Huh?
Been watching The Boys. It's pretty good.
Yeah, man.
Even with Jesse T. Usher, man. I hate that nigga.
Yeah, it's funny because I saw him. I don't know if I made the decision not to tell you that he was in it.
I think you did because you told me, you're like, oh, it's actually not that bad. And then I was like, I started watching the pilot. I'm like, this nigga's in it. And I tweeted and everyone was like, it's not that bad. Keep watching. He's pretty good. And I was just saying,
he's not good in it. He sucks.
He you know what we were talking about in Shaft, the Shaft review? He actually has pretty decent comedy timing in this, but maybe it's because of the writing. But the scene that he has with that kid with cancer is like, because I'm into dark humor.
It's just awkward.
I'm into dark, awkward humor, and I thought it was like, I was like doubling over laughing like in tears. I was like, because just the kid's like, can you teach me to outrun cancer? And he's like, yeah. And he's just like trying to, like, he's just like thumbs up because they're like, he's not good with like unscripted moments. He's like, yeah.
See, the thing is with Jesse T. Usher,
he sucks. I get it.
Yeah,
he's terrible.
And like he has no facial. Basically, he has the same fucking facial range of fucking Draya from this fucking movie.
So here's the thing: controversial take on "We Belong Together," which is what we're reviewing, folks. It's a Netflix /BET movie. I think she was the best part of the movie.
Yeah, she's delicious. She is the best part of the movie.
Even acting wise, I think she was the best part of the movie.
Really?
I think she brought like a fierceness that you from scene one, you know she's batshit crazy.
Well,
this
yes.
professor's a dummy. He's not.
He's all about bad decisions.
He does not read social cues at all. From moment one, she's like, "Yeah, I'm a crazy bitch, but I'm also hot as fuck." And I mean, I gotta say, I think I saw Draya on. Wasn't Love and Basketball Wives.
Basketball Wives of LA.
Jesus Christ, dude.
No, she is a fucking smoke. It's funny because Paula says, like, you think she's pretty? I don't think she's pretty. I said, Paula, listen, I love you and all, but this woman.
I love you and all.
I love you and all, but this woman right here, don't let her throw pussy at me like that because I'm gone. Because I'm gone. I said that to my wife, to her face. I said, you can take the kid, go back to Finland, because Daddy's going to have him a playground on that body. I then had to sleep outside in the backyard, but I said it. It's just like, I was like, I know her from somewhere. The conversation started like, I know her from somewhere. It's like, huh? It's like, I know her from somewhere. It's like, oh, she's from Basketball Wives. That's that girl Draya. It's like I knew I remembered. I said, I'll never forget that ass. And she's like, what? God. And I was like, oh no, I started it. But you start joking, saying dumb shit, and sometimes I get a little out of control, guys, and end up sleeping outside. She made me sleep outside in the backyard.
Oh boy,
mosquitoes ate my ass up. Listen though, but the one thing I could say about this character, the guy. No, that's not him.
I know who you're talking about. You're talking about the actor. It's Charles.
What's his name?
Charles Malik
Thomas.
Whitfield.
Yeah.
Oh, the character's name. Yeah,
Thomas.
Thomas. Yeah.
This guy Thomas. The one thing I can say about him is it's like he's not alone in this. Because many of men would fall victim.
Let's talk about it. Okay. So Thomas is a recovering alcoholic professor at a community college.
Yeah.
And he's trying to make amends with his ex-wife, because apparently, they had a child. They had 2 kids. Their son unfortunately died of SIDS, sudden infant death syndrome. Even though he was in a bender.
Make sure that we talk about that scene.
He was in a bender, and
no, he wasn't on a bender.
Oh, but he had been drinking that night, right?
No.
He has a whole monologue.
No. He was sitting that he was on the phone with his his agent or whatever talking about his book, and then he was having a drink, just talking, but then after that, that's when he couldn't stop drinking because he blamed himself and the guilt behind it.
Yeah.
So. Which, all right, fuck it. We're here now. That scene. I mean, as a father with a 6-month-old son, that scene did nothing for me. SIDS is fucking like a real life thing that possibly could fucking happen, and I'm aware of it. And at night, I wake up. Or I walk into the room and I'm checking my kids' breathing and stuff like that constantly. Yeah. But him doing that monologue, I was just like,
he's not a good actor.
0 fucks.
He's not a great actor.
He's terrible.
Well, here's the thing, folks. When you watch this movie on Netflix, which I implore all of you to join in the suffering of us, Chris Stokes of You Got Served fame and B2K fame.
No. Chris Stokes of Chris Strokes, as in stroking young boys, is directed this movie. Why are we allowing him to be a part of things?
I mean, because Marcus Houston still backs him. Marcus Houston has writing credits on this as well. Writing credits and producer credits. Yeah, this is pretty much a B2K production.
B2K and Nick Cannon. Bye. Wait, B2K, Nick Cannon, and R. Kelly all had a song together. And Chris Stokes is involved.
Yeah. Oh, man. So I knew we were in trouble when I saw Chris Stokes' name pop up 7 times before we even started the movie.
Yeah.
Then we meet Draya Michelle, whose name is her character's name is Tracy, and she goes to a house after getting released from jail. She goes to this random, nice, posh apartment where there's a stack of money and a bunch of IDs.
Yeah.
And then she enrolls in the community college. And I'm like, okay, I mean, it's admirable. You're getting out of school and then you're going straight to community college. But
you mean you're getting out of jail?
Yeah. But I'm also like, don't you have to go to a halfway house after you get released from jail?
Yeah. And you don't get this swanky apartment that you
with
can just hang out.
a stack of money and a brand new life.
Here's the thing also I want to talk about. At the beginning of the movie, she's looking at a picture of herself. Why is that picture from 1972?
Yeah. There's a picture on the coffee table and stuff. Yeah. It was weird.
That picture, but the way you look at the photo, this is a pictures from the 70s. Only people I see with that gray, not that gray, what's that fucking hue where it's kind of red, brownish? Whatever.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's a 70s picture.
Yeah.
Or a 40s picture. How the fuck old is she supposed to be in this movie?
I know. I think she's only supposed to be 26.
Yeah, she's literally only
all the plot descriptions say 26-year-old.
No, so she was released from jail at 25. Her and her brother were released from jail at 25. So in this movie, she was, I guess she's 26. She met him and she was 6 months out of jail.
Yes.
What is going on here?
Well, remember, like, she goes to the community college registrar, which is, like, out in the open, which never happens at school. And, you know, they're like, oh, we don't have your previous records or something like that. She's like, is that a problem?
I went to school in Alaska.
Already has crazy eyes.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, no, that's fine. And then we meet. Okay, this is going to be crazy. This is just going to be, like, trying to keep up with all this. We meet Thomas.
I heard you were about to say Tomas. What's wrong with you, Brandon? Get your fucking life together.
Who's a college professor. What's he teaching?
Huh?
What does he teach?
It's an English course.
Yeah. Right?
It's an English course. Hold on. Let's also talk about Thomas. And he has a picture printed out of his family and things like that. It's 2019. Yeah. Who's walking around with printed pictures? Hey, you have a fucking cell phone. What is happening right now? I'm sorry. Just like the inaccuracies of this, did you guys decide to film this in fucking 1999?
Yeah, and his wife, his ex-wife is played by Elise Neal,
who looks terrible.
She does not look great in this movie. But she's still beautiful. But the makeup department did not do her any favors because her mom was looking younger than her.
Her mother looked amazing. In this, the woman playing her mother looked amazing.
She must have pissed off somebody in the wardrobe department.
Yes, because the wig that they had on this woman was atrocious.
Yeah, and so there's scenes with Thomas and his daughter, and he's trying to he's like, I've been sober 12 months or something.
No, he 6
months.
6 months.
Yeah, 6 months.
Or 90 days. So
90 days.
So
he had the little coin and stuff, and she's like.
Yeah.
She's like, that's great. And then, then we... Draya is in his class. And he's got this cute assistant, this cute TA, who clearly, is into him or whatever. They never confirm if they're fucking or not.
No, I don't think they are.
But then...
I think she's trying to get herself in the bone zone.
Yeah,
though.
she definitely is. And Draya's character is, peeping this, but also clearly is interested in Thomas. Then... Later that night, the teacher's assistant gets murdered. She gets thrown over a passageway at the community college.
Well, first of all, she gets choked out. And she gets choked out like that.
With someone in a black slicker like a fucking urban legend. Mm-hmm. And then, because it's clearly a man.
Yeah.
But it's almost like, is this supposed to be like this, that Draya's character dressed up like a man to throw everyone off at the community, the security cameras? Or I was like, Tatiana, I'm like, oh, because the way that the preview made it seem in Netflix, it was like, obviously, Draya's the crazy one, but wouldn't it be a cool twist if Thomas is actually the crazy one, offing people, right? But then we get the even weirder plot twist later in the movie, but we'll get to that. Whoa. But yeah, so then the teacher's assistant is murdered.
And why? Well, no, hold on. And we get this murder off of Draya's talking. We're just gonna call her by her fucking name. Who gives a fuck? Yeah. So she's talking to Thomas.
Yes.
Outside, and she's obviously about to ask him out, and then the TA interrupts them, and then she's not having it. So she's just like, this bitch gots to go. Mm-hmm. So she gets murdered. But I don't know if you caught this earlier on, the scene before this scene, because this movie moves fast.
Oh yeah, it escalates.
Everything is like fucking.
I mean, it's an hour and 28 minutes, which I appreciate. It did not let you suffer long.
So Draya almost gets hit by a car.
Yes.
Thomas pulls her out of the way of the car.
Yeah, because she's so immersed in her music that's in her headphones.
Which I'm surprised they didn't try to bring that into there.
Yeah, they didn't play no Marcus Houston or something like that. Like, at least for the soundtrack, you know what I mean?
Let's get naked. I don't know. I don't know how that fucking song goes.
Oh, no, wait a minute, it's Ray J.
Let's get naked. Yeah, I don't know.
What's his last hit? Marcus Houston.
It may be Naked. It may really be that song Naked.
Oh, that's sad. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember another song that he's done since then.
Nope. Yeah, I don't recognize any of these songs. Oh, Circle, maybe? But that was like 2007. Damn.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Naked is his last hit. And maybe is literally his last hit.
Okay.
Well, besides whatever him and Chris Stokes been doing. I will always come at Chris Stokes. So he saves her.
Yes.
He saves her from being hit by a car. Then they're talking, whatever.
Well, she says she can't get a job, right?
Yeah, she's looking for a job
So he
and
hooks her
everything.
up with a contact at a diner.
But it's the way he does it.
Oh, he's clearly flirting with her.
No.
There's no subtlety to what...
This is an acting thing. What he did, the thing that he's doing at Denzel. Did you hear the way he was talking? He literally says, he goes, yeah, so I know whatever is like the best steak and eggs. He goes, owner's name is Julio. Tell him Thomas Lewis sent you, okay? He goes, owner's name is Julio. Tell him Thomas Lewis sent you, okay? It's like he does this Denzel fucking thing. Are you trying to find that scene?
No, I'm gonna find the scene after when she first goes to his office.
Yeah, dude. Like there's so many things. It's just like this is just and all the red flags are there. Oh, and then when the police come to the classroom,
we're gonna play that. We're gonna play this scene after the assistant is murdered. Okay, I guess this is the way that the school handles this. She is murdered on school property. Mm-hmm. The school isn't shut down. They still have students and faculty report the next day, and then this is how the professor addresses it. After, mind you, this is like day 2 of the class.
Yeah,
It's like
everybody is sitting in their seats right now. Mind you, everyone is sitting in their seats, ready to learn.
campus is
Sure,
going.
you all heard about what happened to Leslie already. Needless to say, today's class will be canceled.
You can sit
Nigga, I came all the way here.
Please, come in.
Yo, this is so. Yo, look what's wrong with you. I had to travel all the way over here. Needless to say, that the class has been canceled. And then it's like, is this why you didn't cancel class?
Fucking Brian White from Stomp the Yard looking.
These
Malnourished.
detectives would like to have a word with you.
And this white kid, who the fuck is he?
Yeah, Brian Mitchell from Stomp the Yard and stuff. He's looking like very, very frail and this like a little bit too pale, like almost like he was on heroin the whole time. And then the spike hair white dude. Neither one looks like official cops. They just they look like what their daddies used to tell them cops dress like, and then they got the job and just didn't know any better.
The white dude looks like a fucking bootleg ass Ivan Drago. He looks like Jersey Shore
Here's my
Ivan
card,
Drago.
in case any of you have heard anything or have any details regarding Leslie's murder. We also have a photo of the potential suspect that was captured on the security cam.
Yeah, let's just put this at the teacher's
I'll make
desk.
sure to
Everybody
make some
come and
copies
just.
and hand them out.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Lewis.
Okay, Brandon. Okay. Then it cuts to a scene where he opens his drawer and there's a bottle in there. He has not been drinking for the last 3 months. Why does he have a bottle of alcohol inside of his desk?
This is also no shots to the people that work at community colleges. Why does he have the nicest office I've ever seen a teacher have? He has a fucking like IKEA like WeWork style fucking home office as a community college a part-time professor.
No, he's a full-time professor.
Okay.
He's supposed to be, because you remember, he did get locked up. He got locked up for a ton of DUIs.
Yep.
Then he was on sabbatical for like a few months, and he just got back to work. He just got back to work. This nigga would have been working out of the basement. He would have been sitting in the boiler room if that was really the way shit went down. Yo, it would have been him and his actually office mate would be Freddy fucking Krueger.
I feel like you've been screaming this whole
Yo, because this is crazy. I was watching this movie. It's just like, what the fuck is happening? What is happening? On top of that, hold on. Draya comes into class. This is when the TA hadn't been killed yet. She comes into class the second day. She actually makes herself look a little bit like the TA.
She dresses like the TA a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
And this is after we've seen scenes of her like practicing like saying hello and stuff like that in the mirror and popping some pills, and you're like, oh, this bitch is plumb crazy.
Oh yeah, she's cuckoo bananas. So she straightens her hair and comes in, and Brian sees her. She walks in late. And she walks down, and Brian's just sitting there. Not Brian, what's Thomas? Yeah. And Chris Stokes for some reason. I don't know why I'm calling him Brian. He comes. She comes walking down, and he's in the middle of a lecture. She sits down. And he goes, "Your hair is very nice, right? By the way." And then goes on. But it's like that's inappropriate.
Yeah, that's not an appropriate thing to say in the class.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Well, here and then she comes to his office. She keeps coming to his office when he's wearing his fucking Express shirt. His whole wardrobe is from Express, by the way.
Yeah.
Looking at the bottle, all sensual.
Hold on.
Let me hide this bottle. Look at his office.
Come in.
It's fully decked up. Makes no sense.
Hi. Hope I'm not interrupting anything.
No, please. Come in, have a seat. How can I help you?
Actually, I was coming to check up on you.
You're very kind of you. I'm still trying to process all of this.
He is the worst.
Yeah, he's a terrible actor.
Leslie was a great person. She didn't deserve what happened to her.
Well, listen. If it makes you feel any better, I'd like to offer you a steak and eggs dinner on me.
I'm realizing
at
that, like, for the people who are watching this on the live stream,
Yeah.
they're hearing none of this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I say about this stuff. You just got to cut out these scenes.
Yeah. No, actually, I'm not cutting out any scenes. It's just going to be the way it is. That's a lot of work. Anyhow, dude, he is the fucking worst fucking actor. And also, he is a worst kind of dude because...
Well, I mean, they didn't give him anything in the script, mind you. Like, the campus should not be open.
True.
He should be... Like,
someone who got murdered there.
He should be questioned by the police right now.
Yeah.
Like, there's no reason why any of this is happening at this point.
Well, and it's also the fact is that he can't pick up on the crazy eyes that she is giving.
Yeah, she's leering.
Yeah.
She has a leering stare, and she's saying, like, oh, I'm going to give you a steak and eggs, dinner on me or whatever, right? Whatever the fuck. And then he does go knowing that she's courting him.
Well, and then it's also just the fact that it's like, listen, as a human being, you should know we're instinctively we should be able to understand like there's looming danger in the midst. Everything about this girl is just like, oh yeah, something's not right here. Something's not right here. She's pretty as fuck. She's hot as fuck. But something's not right here. This is the stare that she gives is like the girl is just like, yeah, she's gonna suck your dick, but she's gonna stab you immediately after. Yeah. Like, what is going on with this guy?
Yeah, she'll make you come and then she'll slit your throat like Gone Girl.
And then bathe in it. Like, what's going on?
Yeah. But here's the scene when I was like, and you mentioned this at the beginning about being, a weak man. This would have been tough for me too. All right. So this is after the diner and he's taking her home.
Hey, thanks again, Professor. It's like you're always saving me.
And she's calling him Professor.
Calm it down.
Oh, God.
Don't worry about it. I was a college student once.
Were you?
So, Tom, are you full?
I'm stuffed. Might as well try and get to a bed ASAP.
Sounds like fun.
Oh, God.
No, I didn't mean it like that.
You're blushing again.
She just stares at him with this.
Tracy, you're a beautiful girl.
I'm 26. I'm far from a girl, okay?
I'm sorry, you're a beautiful woman. And I'm practically twice your age. And not to mention, you're also my student.
It's not illegal for us to enjoy each other's time, Tom.
No, it's not. But it is unethical. If anyone was to find out, then I could lose my job. Look, I'm gonna be straight with you. I'm just coming off of what was over a year-long sabbatical, so I can't afford to be a part of any scandal.
I can keep a secret. Listen, I
think that you
She's unbuttoning her fucking
should
shirt,
reconsider.
exposing her tatas,
I just got back in.
and she's
I really can't do this.
hand on cock.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like, oh, no.
Yo,
no.
dude,
I told, this
dude,
temptation.
Temptation. Whose song is that?
I don't know. I think I just said temptation.
No, it's Usher. It's an
okay.
Usher song.
Oh yeah, this would be like, like 4 months from now, I'd be singing "These Are My Confessions." My wife
Listen, I would have to be.
be looking at me, and I'm looking at myself in the mirror when it's breaking apart. Tatiana's leaving me. Dre is pregnant in the corner. Be like, "These are my."
You're standing in the fucking rain,
Did it.
dude. I was watching this. I was like, yo, the power of Christ compels you. Dude, listen, most people I know, most men on the face of this earth, if that is what's coming after you, you failing. You failing the test. You're failing the test. You would have to literally get out of the car and run.
He almost does that, but it's his car.
Dude,
He does get her off of him for this time, but then next time she comes at him, it's like it's done.
Dude, I had a
She
situation.
also has like these really tight gray pants on. Like her ass looks amazing.
Dude, I had a situation once where like it was being thrown at me, and I was in a relationship, stuff like that, and I literally just had to get up and just get the fuck up out of there. Like I got to go. I got to go. But like.
What we're trying to say is Draya, stay as far away from us as possible.
Don't take my baby, Draya. Don't take my baby. She's a soul stealer. She is a soul stealer. And I don't give a fuck what you are. Okay, what the fuck you are, white, black, Hispanic, whatever. You are saying yes. All you gotta do is say yes. Get Draya in your room and baby just undress.
This is pure madness. So Thomas does end up eventually hooking up with her.
But mind you, Thomas is also a divorced man.
Yeah, it's like it's not. I mean, besides her being his student,
Yeah.
it's not like illegal for him to be with her. Like his ex-wife clearly is very disinterested in like romantically being involved with him,
Yeah.
right? Until the end, which is really weird. So like, yeah, he's hooking up with Draya, and like, they're just like having fun and stuff, and then things escalate very quickly.
Well, also, we're going to get to it, but Thomas deserves everything that happens to him in this movie.
Well, yeah, I mean, because he's not putting two and two together. Like,
No. There's a scene, there's a turning point where I'm just like, man, I feel bad for this dude because I know this is going to go bad. It's going to get sour. It's going to go sour really fast. Yeah. But Thomas does something which is just like, oh, all of this is your fault. And what's coming to you, you deserve it.
What was that?
He tells her to get off her meds. He literally says to her.
Why does he say that?
When she tells him about her parents dying in a fire and stuff like that.
She's like, my parents died in a fire. And
yeah, he goes, where's that? She says she's on antidepressants, stuff like that. He says, man, I understand you have to take that, but I really would like to know you.
Oh, yeah, because
that. Without that stuff in your system. So
stops.
he's like, really? He's like, yeah, you don't need that kind of shit. So he basically tells her, get off your antidepressants. You don't need that shit.
And then she starts then she ties him up that one night.
And then pours alcohol in his fucking mouth.
Alcohol in his mouth. As she blindfolds him, she's like, you don't need AA. You can handle the alcohol. Let yourself be free.
Yeah, be with me. I'm just like, I want you to be free when you're with me. Yeah. It's just like she's basically just giving back to you
what you did to her.
What you did to her. Yeah. It's just like, this is all your fault. He's taking it to another fucking level.
But even with the meds, though, she was clearly unhinged because she gets homegirl murdered. You know what I mean?
This is true.
So no matter what, even sober, she's fucking batshit crazy.
Yes, but at the same time, it's just like
He's exasperating the situation. By
he made it like you never tell anybody who's on medication for something which is obviously a mental thing, and you're telling them you don't need that shit. Get off of that. Are you a fucking doctor, Thomas?
Yeah.
Nigga, you can't even keep yourself away from the bottle, and you telling motherfuckers to get off the meds? Nigga, stop it.
He also has the worst friends too, because they're all like, "Oh, you hooking up with a student? That's crazy, man. That's crazy.
Man, this ain't gonna work out that well, but I'm here for you.
Yeah,
Send me some pictures."
I'm like, what kind of hood niggas do you have in your circle?
Yo, that nigga looked like he definitely was a barber.
What's wrong with being a barber?
No, but he looks like he looked like he's just like an old school barber. He learned his trade in jail.
So the night after she gets him fucked up from alcohol, she has this dope ass apartment, by the way, for someone that was looking for work and is working at a diner right now.
Yeah.
Like she has access to this rooftop, has a fucking table out there and shit.
Oh yeah, hold on. Mind you, this scene, she literally just poured out her bottle of antidepressants. Well, mind you, that's what she said they were. Mm-hmm. I doubt that's what it was.
No, they're probably antipsychotic.
Yeah, so she poured out her pills, and then this is the very next morning.
Yeah.
Hey, what you doing out here? Just looking all over for you.
Did you get my note?
You mean when you woke up and then just looked out the window and said she was?
No, but I saw you through the window.
Immediately.
This is amazing. I come out here. I like to feel the wind. It's my safe place. Clear out all the noise in my head.
Well, your safe place is not that good for my migraine.
He should be
You
like
got a hangover.
definitely ill
Yeah.
for having been sober for a
I
few
guess
months.
you can call that. Need some aspirin or something. What time we got?
$12:42.
I mean, they don't have any chemistry.
Zero.
Like as actors, they don't have any chemistry.
Do you think it's because the other actor had those terrible tattoos?
That had to play Thomas. His tattoos are pretty bad.
Fucking those bullshit ass tattoos.
He's also a little bloated too. I feel bad. They got him in his white beater, and he's just because Draya is so fucking bad. Like it's weird. I almost wondered if like Brian Mitchell should have been in this role, but then at the same time, he looks like ill in this movie as the detective. Which, by the way, what ends up happening is Draya becomes unhinged, and then tries to frame Thomas for the murder of the TA.
Yes.
And so the cops come hard body for
And then
him.
also framing him for spoiler alert, cutting the brake lines to his wife's car.
His ex-wife's car.
His
'Cause
ex-wife's car.
She ends up in a medically induced coma.
Which also, after Draya originally comes on to him and he doesn't go for it, he goes to his ex-wife's house. Is like trying to figure out, like, listen, is there something here? Are we working towards something? His wife is just like, hey, what are you doing showing up here at fucking? It's after midnight. Which is funny because like, why would you just show up to the house? You have a fucking cell phone. Call her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Anyhow, which is a thing that's pissing me off with movies. It's just like, why are we just taking out cell phones out of the equation? Because everyone has a cell phone attached to them at
I know
all times.
you had a problem with that with See You yesterday on Netflix, which is actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Some small problems aside, it's actually we should support like a lot of black films. See You Yesterday actually was produced by Spike Lee.
Mm-hmm.
Has a really interesting concept and like has really gifted young actors in it.
But at the same time,
Cell phones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would solve all the fucking problems.
There's very little cell phone action in this movie, which is strange. Except for Draya calling this nigga 100 times and leaving a bunch of voicemails that are clearly escalating. Like she goes from I would say 50 to 100 very fast. Like she already is up there.
Okay, so he calls. He goes. He pops up in his ex-wife. She's like, "Hey," she's like, "You're, you know, our daughter's asleep. Like, what are you doing? You know, it's late." Then they start talking, and then she immediately just starts yelling and screaming at him. It's like, "Bitch, did you say she was upstairs asleep?"
Yeah.
Like, what's going on here?
Well, my whole thing was when he was drunk, because, obviously she holds a lot of resentment from that. Mm-hmm. When he was drunk, what was the worst thing he did? Because it was almost like she had such a visceral reaction, like him. Like either he had cheated or he had like.
No, I think it's the fact is like he got. So the death of the son who died of SIDS was hard on the family. And then he kind of became a recluse, and he
was selfish. And
yeah,
suffering by himself.
Yeah, he suffered with the his he leaned on the bottle.
Yeah.
But like she didn't have the support that she needed, and her daughter, who was young at the time, also didn't have the support she needed as well. Right. So it's just like he was out fucking drinking and driving and getting in all sorts of fucking trouble while they were stuck at the home dealing with this terrible thing that happened. Yeah. But then also her daughter is watching him fall apart at the same time. And like I get it, I get that whole thing. Yeah. But at the same time, it's just like that's a crazy traumatic thing. And the statistics show that typically when parents lose a child, they break up. They don't stay together because there's the pain, there's blame,
memories, all that stuff.
Yeah. So it's like I get it. Yeah. It was like,
but Draya starts scoping out his whole family life because he also doesn't want to bring her around the daughter because he's seen her become more and more unhinged, and he's like, fuck no. But he also remembered from the beginning she's always been like, because the reason why they don't hook up after she comes out to him and shows him her titties for the first time. It's because she sees that he still loves his ex-wife.
Her bag's filled with mother's milk.
Yep. You guys say I'm the creep. I've never said anything like that. But yeah, it's because she's like, you still love your ex-wife, right? So this whole time she's like, I need to get the ex-wife out the picture, otherwise he'll never fully love me. That's what her mind is saying.
Yeah.
So that's why she cuts the brake lines for homie's ex-wife, and she ends up in a medically induced coma with makeup on, by the way.
Of course.
Makeup on. And so the daughter's...
Which is crazy because she doesn't matter how much makeup you put on this actress, she's still going to look older than her mother in this movie.
Yeah. And so... But before he goes to the hospital, he has a confrontation with Draya, like, this is becoming too much. I need you out of my house. Like, leave me alone. He goes back to the house, and she's sitting there. He's been gone for a whole day.
No, he's been gone for a few days, apparently.
Yeah, she's just sitting in the front door with her...
And it's almost like they gave her the makeup from The Crow around her eyes.
Tracy, what are you doing here?
How's the hospital? How's Brittany?
Even now, she looks bad as fuck, though.
What have you been doing?
You know what I mean?
Yep.
This? I moved this chair here so I could be right here when you got
Her
it.
eyes are so fucking
All right,
nuts.
get up. Come on. Let's go. Come on, really? Moving all my stuff around, rearranging my stuff.
She moving one chair.
You've been here for the last few days while I've been away?
Hold on.
Just wanted to make sure.
Hold on. Okay. That's what he's worried about. You're moving my stuff around. You've been sitting in a fucking room for the last 4
down
years.
Couches with his hands like you got crumbs all over the place. You're eating Triscuits.
You've been it's like that's what that's what he's worried about. When in actuality, she's been sitting still in your house, looking like a fucking psychopath for the last, let's say, 3 days. Yeah. Waiting on you to come back.
She probably smells a little sour.
Yeah, I'd be highly alarmed. At this.
Yeah.
You were okay. How's your ex-wife? Did she die?
What'd you say? Why would you say something like that?
Oh, Tom, because I care. I care, Tom. I was worried about you. I was really worried about Brittany.
Stop. No, really.
She's leering in the
just
hallway
stop.
looking delicious.
What?
Look, I just can't entertain this anymore.
What are you saying, Tom?
I'm saying that we're done. This is it.
He needs to do
Tracy.
something about his goatee.
All right, I don't have the energy or willingness to even entertain your antics anymore.
No.
Yes.
No. 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 No.
Look, the only priority I have right now is to my family. All right, not to anyone else, and that includes you.
Was your family a priority when you killed your son?
Ooh.
I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that. I'm sorry. I was out of line.
Stop.
I was out of line. I didn't mean
Don't
that. I'm
touch
sorry.
me. Look.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that.
Get out.
We can talk about
Look,
Tom.
look.
Let's talk about this.
Get out.
Let's
Let's go.
talk
I said
about
get out.
this.
I want you out.
You're hurting me.
Look, out.
No.
I want you out of here, all right?
No. Tom.
Get out.
Tom.
And stay the hell away
We
from me.
can talk about this. Tom. We belong together.
Title.
Of course, they had to do that. We had to get the title in there.
Title name, baby. Always gotta put the title in.
I can't sleep at night when you're all on my mind. Bible like on the radio. If you think you're lonely now,
wait a minute.
because it's too late.
Too late.
I don't know the words, but I'm gonna talk and the thing, and all I hear is baby face. I only think of you. It's breaking my heart. Oh God, I hate fucking Mariah Carey.
We belong together.
You know what, Brandon? At least I had some of the words. You were just going, man.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, fuck.
So Draya, so he is so worried now about Tracy being batshit crazy. He has to tell, because the ex-wife eventually comes out of her coma, he tells her and mother-in-law, hey, I was hooking up with this crazy chick.
No.
Doesn't he?
He does not. He does not do any
because,
of that.
Because remember, he tells the grandmother, he's like, you need to watch the daughter. I need you to take her away. Because remember, when daughter is abducted by Draya, grandma knows what's going on with Tracy.
No, he does not do that. I'll tell you what he does.
I could have sworn either.
Hold on.
Okay.
Draya shows up to the hospital and does some weird shit with the
yeah.
daughter. Gives her the fucking bracelet. This nigga goes running around in circles around the hospital or run into doctors and shit like that. Then
all within 20 minutes, by the way. This movie is, like you said, it's fast.
yeah. Then he's out or whatever, and he's not there. She has, this random nigga pops up and hangs up the photos of her fucking
this random dude dressed up as a nurse pops in.
No, he's not dressed up as a nurse. He's dressed up as the fucking guy from fucking I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Yeah.
It looks like he's wearing a fucking slicker.
And he's putting all these pictures up, but she shouldn't. The ex-wife wakes up like, ah! I'm like, she doesn't know who they are. There's no pictures of. It's just. It's like she shouldn't have any context in this. Why should she be terrified?
Yeah.
She should just be like, what's going on? She's like,
Yeah. Oh no, it's Thomas. Oh no, who's this girl? She's a lot prettier than me. And younger.
Again, they're not together. So it's like, why is she screaming the way she's screaming?
Now, between this,
we gotta play the detective scene when they confront him.
Oh, God.
Because for no reason, they're aggressive as fuck, and it just comes out of nowhere.
yeah.
There hasn't been any follow with the detectives at all in this whole movie.
Chris Stokes, you fucking suck.
It's just so crazy.
Just the man we're looking for.
What's this about?
You come with me.
Get your hands off of me.
You don't remember us from the university? Because we remember you.
What's this about?
You need to come with us.
Get your hands off of me. I got an ex-wife who just got out of a coma a couple hours ago. I'm not going anywhere.
Fine. You want to explain to her why we got an anonymous tip stating that a certain professor who's currently under a murder investigation might have also cut his ex-wife's brake lines?
What?
You're coming with us.
Tracy Jacobs, all right? I keep saying Tracy Jacobs. Maybe you're not spelling it right.
We ran her name and all the other information you gave us, and nothing came up.
What about our apartment?
We sent a unit to the address, but the landlord told our officers that nobody lives there by that name.
That's impossible. Look, I've been there. I slept there.
And you're saying this fantasy woman of yours is your ticked-off girlfriend?
Was.
was your girlfriend and student. Look, you asked me who I thought.
I would just be like, hey, that's had this really sexy mocha chocolate chick that was in the front row when y'all came in and told my class about
I know you saw her.
about the murder TA. Yeah, that was her. Just find her. Be like, you've seen her before. Like, there's no. Dre is like, and I haven't met her in person. I haven't seen her in person. But she is like, she seems to be that attractive. Where you like, you remember her.
Yeah, you're gonna remember her, especially like. Listen, all right, you may look and be like, the white cop didn't peep that shit, but this nigga, the other cop, he peeped that shit. He looking around the classroom. Here's my card, bitch. You better use this card right here. God damn. Hold on. First of all,
she's like that bad. Where it's like you're like, hey, so the Pythagorean. Well, god damn.
listen. If I know some people who are cops. I've met quite a number of cops in my day, especially with the travels and doing these fucking things. They're 1-2 creepers.
Yes.
Okay. And it's like a lot of times, like we'll be doing something, and like the cops, like especially like working like the auto shows, cops would come by, and there's like maybe a few girls I worked with who were really hot, and they would be like, "Man, I don't know how you do this job working with that all day." Like they're the first one. They are very open to say the things that they are seeing.
Yes,
it's like so these two guys had a conversation about her when they left that class.
At the very least, they tried to talk to Draya because we're going to talk to all the students in this TA's class.
Yeah, and it was just like, so, are you a Scorpio?
Actually, that's what they should have done. They should have, in theory, they should have talked to every student in that class.
Well, they should talk to every student in that class or any student that TA was interacting with.
Yeah.
Absolutely. They're fucking bad detectives.
All right, and I'm telling you,
Nicolas Cage again.
No person comes up to a child and said, "I'm going to be your stepmom." Are you serious?
That's right. You felt threatened because she gave your daughter a
Oh
bracelet.
yeah, she told the daughter, "I'm gonna be your stepmom."
Look,
Yeah.
I know how crazy it sounds.
Sounds like a load of crap. You ask me, you're the one with everything to lose.
This
Ex-wife,
writing is so
ex-girlfriend,
bad.
cushy teaching job.
Fine, y'all don't want to listen to me, all right? I'm telling you, there's something
Hold on.
off about this woman.
Cushy teaching job, which I just got back because I was in prison and I had an alcohol problem. I literally 2 days ago just got back to teaching. I'm barely hanging on.
I'm hanging on by a thread, and then this plum crazy, juicy little girl come by, fucking wrecking my life. She's financially backed by some random person. I'm in disarray. I shop at Express.
She's a waitress and she lives in a luxury building. There's something wrong here, guys. It's like my life is falling apart. And then at the same time, I get offered a fucking filet mignon steak. I get offered Kobe beef. Of course I'm going to eat it. Of course I'm going to eat it.
Speaking of which, you knew that they were gonna fuck once she took some of his steak.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if I don't know you and you're eating so much steak and I'm letting you, and then she was eating the steak the way she was eating it, I was like, yeah, we're gonna get down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
At some point.
In my black Chevrolet. Come on, let's get down. Let's get down. Let's get down. This is a fucking hell of a song.
Oh, jeez. So then what ends up happening is the grandma goes out with the daughter to a park. Draya kidnaps the daughter right under the grandmother's nose. I don't know how that even happens. I don't know how Draya has these kind of skills.
Yeah. She's fucking Batman. She's fucking... She did this in broad daylight.
Yeah.
The park is packed full of kids. She fucking swooped down, snatched this girl up, and then bats flew around, and then they just disappeared into the day.
Then she ties up the daughter. The daughter's at the apartment building.
Yeah.
As a diversion, because she's really at the ex-wife's house, and then they get into this fucking battle melee where they're both fucking each other up.
Yeah.
But then Draya does get the upper hand on at least Neil. But to be fair, her foot's all fucked up and she's all concussed.
Okay. All right, two things. Two things. There's some other random things that just shows how bad fucking Chris Stokes is. So apparently he ignored 57 calls from Draya.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
But he looks at his phone it's like, oh shit, I got some missed calls. 57 of them. and then he starts listening to 37 messages from her. So it's like, that's a lot to just somehow just not see, right? That's one. When the mother is in the hospital, why does the grandmother, who looks younger than the mother, come in drinking coffee from 4 cups? She has 4 cups stacked inside of each other. Yeah. It's like, you give 0 fucks about the environment, don't you? Like, who does that?
Sure.
I need a stack of fucking 4 cups.
That's a random note.
It's when I saw it, I'm just like, why does she have 4 cups inside of each other and she's drinking? But I hope that all those pictures that Draya had fucking random fucking Night Stalker fucking posts all over the fucking
Well, it's
hospital.
revealed to be her brother.
Yes.
And it's revealed that her and her brother murdered their parents when they were younger. They got put in like a psych ward.
And they both got out at the same time, but somehow her brother has all this disposable income.
Yeah, it was very strange. Like they both were like these psycho people.
And the brother has been lurking around this entire movie, following him around and everything.
So when later on she gets locked up, he gets her out.
Yeah.
And then it's like hinting at a sequel, which I'm like,
please
oh,
don't.
No.
Please don't. But
she's over here murdering cops.
Yeah.
Because cops are staking out the ex-wife's house. She's slitting their throats in broad daylight.
Or the brother did.
Yeah.
Now, all right. Let's also talk about the fact is,
so she could end up with this dude. What was the end game? And why was the brother so invested in like it working out for her? What was the going to be?
It's like, baby, sis, we killed our family when we were young. And I want you to be able to have a family of your own so you can murder them too.
Yeah, like what's going on? You know what I mean? So then she ties up Tracy and the ex-wife get in a fight. She's tying up the ex-wife, and then this is the final confrontation. Mind you, as you listen to the scene, folks, understand there's literally 5 more minutes left in this movie.
Wait, hold on. Can we also talk about the fact that Draya and the mother, who is now in a wheelchair, have a full-on fight of a battle royale in the house? Yeah. Which was cuckoo fucking bananas.
Oh, yeah.
Because the mother technically won that fight somehow.
But she got knocked out.
No, she gets knocked out because she turns her back on Draya, spends her time to slowly open up her wheelchair, and then sit back down, and then she comes in and bops her.
Yep. It's fucking nuts.
Like, it's so. This is terrible.
Brittany! Wait, don't go in there. Don't go in there.
Why? I know women like you. Controlling, manipulative, just like my mom. We fixed her too, but you're a bit more stubborn, see? You didn't die in the car, but that's okay.
You're about to push her into a pool.
I have an emergency. I need you to send the police to my address. I think there's an officer down. All right? Here.
You think, nigga, his throat is slit.
His throat is slit open.
Like, what do you think?
He's lifeless.
Like, what do you think? Fucking Blade did it? He just got bit on the side. He'll be back in about 20 minutes.
That's all right. Go in the car. Lock the door. Lock the door, sweetie.
Yeah, and
don't look in that other car with the body.
The car with the body. And also, be sure to open up a window so you don't die of heat exhaustion. Holy shit.
This is Atlanta. It is summer.
Megan!
Your daughter is gonna call me mom.
Megan! 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 Tracy!
Don't come any closer, I swear.
Wait. Come on, Tracy. Just please let her go. There's still enough time. The police aren't here. All right?
Even if she dumped her in that pool, she could still
live. Doesn't have to be like this. Just let her go.
No reason why
it's not like she's pushing her off a building or anything.
Yeah, she doesn't have a gun on her right now.
Yeah.
So like all he has to do is just jump in the water, take off the tape from her mouth, and then he can try to incapacitate her. Like
she's strapped to the chair. Okay, just you jump in the water, push the wheelchair to the fucking shallow side.
Like this isn't like a end. This isn't like I have very few choices to make. She's gonna be fine no matter what happens.
Yeah. unless Tracy jumps in and then fights you, from getting her. But like either way, also Tracy did a terrible job of wrapping her up in that chair
and planning this out.
Yeah.
She, okay, if you let her go, me and you, we can get out of here.
You and me, we can leave together.
That's right. Just let her go. Come on, let's go.
You think I'm stupid?
Yes.
You and me and Brittany, we can never be happy as long as she's still in the picture. She has to die.
No! Freeze! Get on the ground now!
And when you're hearing that, folks, it just cuts to black. There's no action because clearly they have budget constraints.
Mm-hmm. It's just like, we couldn't get a stunt guy on for this one.
Put your hands up!
Then we cut to 2 months later, where we get all this exposition about how, I'm about to play it.
This whole fucking movie.
So you're
is
saying that there were
bananas.
new findings?
Yes, sir. For one, the woman who attacked you two, her name isn't Tracy Jacobs. It's Laura Santiago. She got herself picked up out of Texas for jumping bail. Apparently, she's been locked up down there since she was only 12.
When we had given them a call to let them know she was arrested, they were more than happy to come down and take her back. She had only been out for 6 months when she met you.
What did she do to get arrested in the first place?
The story that she told you wasn't too far off. Her parents did die in a fire, but it was she and her brother who said it.
Your brother?
And this is the dude we've been seeing going around.
She wasn't an only child. Remember the apartment was under an Alfred Santiago? That's Laura's older brother. It took a lot of red tape to get their juvenile records because they were...
And then they showed that this nigga's been lurking in the background the whole movie.
Yeah. He's been everywhere. He's the architect.
Sealed by the arresting state. Once we got the judge to unseal them, it cleared everything up. Laura and Alfred had both been convicted of killing their parents, but there wasn't enough information to make a murder conviction stick. The state had offered them a plea deal, plead guilty, and they would only have to go into a mental institution until their 25th birthdays.
After they were arrested, they were both diagnosed with histrionic personality disorder, schizophrenia, and a list of other mental disorders.
So she was never in foster care?
No, just state facilities.
So where is this brother now?
Yeah, hold on. So he's just like, so wait a second. You're telling me she was never in foster care?
Yeah, like
that's the thing that you care about? She lied to me. Like, but she crazy. He just told you that she has a list of mental disabilities.
Yeah.
And he's just like, she was never in foster care? Oh, my God.
But you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? And this is like, USB as bed and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this character is like, he's hearing all this stuff, and then he's back with his ex-wife, it looks like.
Mm.
And still at night, he's like, that was some really good pussy. That was some really good.
It's like, but the head was banging. I need to get some more of that Crazy Jones.
And then it cuts to black. Well, we see Draya just like leering at the camera. And that's when I was like, they better not have a fucking sequel to this.
Yeah, because he opens up the fucking cell.
Yeah, he gets her out of
She's
jail.
like, there is no reason why there should be a sequel of this. So now it's going to be the fucking brother and sister fucking tag team.
Yeah.
And if they're both coming after this nigga, why? He is not that
That's
special.
what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm like. They invested so much into this one dude, a community college professor.
Yeah. Like, let's aim higher next time, Draya.
It's like, come on.
It's like
They murdered multiple people to get this nigga.
This nigga. With them fucking terrible ass tattoos. What are they doing? With his wife that looks like fucking E.T. in a wig. Yeah, I'm going at these niggas. Because you know what? Chris Stokes needs to be stopped. He needs to be stopped. Why are we allowing this man to continue to make these dog shit movies? Why are we allowing this man to be even a free in general population?
Because Raspy won't go to court.
I mean, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
But you know what?
Statute
No. That's not right. We can't blame the victims.
Sure.
Brandon, we are all victims. Raspy is a victim just like us.
Yeah, I mean,
we have to watch this fucking movie.
To be fair, though, it is a terrible movie.
It is.
But they give us a lot of eye candy with Draya.
that's the only thing this movie has.
I know, and it's worth a lot. It goes pretty far. From
Well,
it.
no, eye candy with Draya and eye candy with the grandmother. Those are the only two delicious. Oh, actually, no, the TA was actually.
The TA was cute,
she
too.
was a cutie. She was a 1-2 cutie pie.
Yeah.
But it's like for the ladies, where's their eye candy?
Yeah, it's supposed to be Brian Mitchell, I guess, but that nigga looking like he's one bad syringe away from losing it all.
Nah, my man's working towards a role on The Walking Dead. Apparently,
We actually got him confused with homie from Scandal who got fired, Columbus Short.
oh yeah,
Because they were in a
see
lot of movies together, so that's why we were like, damn, how far he's fallen. But then Brian Mitchell, we were like, oh yeah, that makes sense. I really hope that none of these actors listen to this podcast, so they're going to be like tweeting at us like,
Listen,
you motherfuckers,
Listen,
way too often.
if you guys want to tweet at us, please do. Please do, because I am ready to light you up. I have all the fire in these hands for that ass. I am fairly fucking confident that you ain't whooping my ass. So kiss my ass. You are a terrible actor, Mister. Who's this fucking? Who's the nigga that played Thomas?
Charles Malik Whitfield.
Yeah, Charles Malik Whitfield.
He was in Temptations, though.
He was in Temptations. Well, he needs to tempt his ass into some acting classes because he's fucking terrible. Draya, baby, you are beautiful, but you are fucking a terrible actress.
Again, I thought she was the best thing about the movie, man.
And that's not saying much.
Oh, I'm not saying this is going to be fucking... Yeah, okay. Yeah, you're... Okay.
I'm sorry. Yeah, this is so bad. This
break
is
down our
was
rating system,
terrible.
Justin.
Again, this is another movie that I watched with Paula, and she got upset with me. She yelled at me over making her watch this movie. I was like, I didn't make it. She's like, but you're watching it. Why are you doing this for your podcast? Do better movies.
We do need to do better movies.
Yeah, we do. We really do need better.
All right.
Okay, so guys, you know how we do it. Small, medium, large, XL bags of popcorn.
For the exception.
For the exception, though. But if a movie does not deserve any popcorn, we throw it into the dog shit pile. So, Brandon, we just sat down and watched this fucking shit show called We Belong Together.
Yep.
What say you, sir?
This gets a pile of dog shit. I would have given it a small. I would give it a small if we got Andrea fully revealed.
You know what?
But because we didn't, and we just got some ass shots and her in the bra, like that only warrants
and we
a
didn't
pile
get,
of dog shit.
and we didn't get like a bra.
We didn't
got
get
some
like a
subtle.
really, we didn't even get like a
cleavage.
really good sex scene either. We just got like flashes of them like making out and like heavy breathing, but we didn't really get like a sensual. You know, this kind of movie, you need some stuff to help you get your flavor going, your juices flowing.
You need your little something from scene to scene.
Yeah,
you know
but
what I mean?
we didn't get none of that.
Yeah,
and then on top of that, just the bad acting, the bad writing, Chris Stokes involved. It was just not good.
Yeah, man.
What about you,
Yeah,
Justin?
this is getting fucking however many pills were still in that bottle when she poured out. Times of dog shit because like this is a terrible movie. It's almost. It's kind of fun to watch because it's so bad and it's so ridiculous and there's so many little things that you can just point out in this movie, but it's like it's not enough to make it something where it deserves any popcorn. No, this is just a bad fucking movie.
Really bad.
The acting is horrendous. Chris Stokes again needs to be stopped. Somebody needs Chris Stokes needs to be walking down the street and somebody clock him and push their air conditioner out of the window.
Shout out, we belong together now, nigga.
So he looks up and catches the air conditioner in
Or
their
you
face.
can say you got served.
There you go. Yeah. This nigga needs to be stopped because this is terrible.
Wait a minute. Was that white dude? There's no way that white dude is who I think it is.
What?
There's no way that white cop is Wade from You Got Served, right?
Wade? No. I'm pretty sure that's not him.
I'm just gonna double check real quick. But
I mean, if it is, like, so Chris Stokes is fucking trying to fucking Quentin Tarantino this shit up.
It's not.
Okay.
Yeah, this is his first credit, which makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Alan Miller's the actor's name.
Yeah. So this is the last credit, homie, because you're not good. You're no good either. I'm so mean. I know I'm being so mean.
What I would suggest is if you're on Netflix, you want to support Black films, watch this just so you can see the insanity, and then cleanse your palate by watching See You Yesterday.
Yeah.
Both are under an hour and a half. Check them out.
Yeah. I mean, See You Yesterday, Only problem I have with that is just like, where are the cell phones? These are kids, and they use their cell phones.
They use their cell phones, yeah.
But there's like they're not using it when you can really utilize a fucking cell phone.
Yeah. Justin, how can people follow you, man?
Guys, you know how you do it. Jay Brown did it. Twitter and Instagram. Follow me on there, and tell me. Hit me up. Tell me if I'm being too hard on Chris Stokes or I'm being too hard on these actors. Don't think I am, but you tell me. Yep. Brandon?
You guys can follow me at American Counts, AmericanCounts.com, and all the social media platforms and stuff. Get tickets to our live show Friday, August 30th in New York City. You can get the ticket links and all of our social media links, as well as our upcoming website that we're putting together. And then, if you can't make it to the New York show, just sign up for Patreon. That's going to help us continue growing the podcast, doing a lot of like videos, things like that. And if you've already done that, leave us a 5-star review. We'll read on the show. Everything helps. Just help spread the word, y'all.
Does.
Like, we've been doing this for a few years now. Like, come on, man. If you're a fan of the show, you listen consistently, just tell a friend, 4 years. Shout out the show, like, sign up for Patreon, all that stuff, man. Do your job.
You know, this is 4 years this month.
Damn.
4 years this month.
We're rocking it out. We've been giving y'all consistent content for, like, weeks. Like, every week. We very rarely have missed a week.
Yeah.
I don't think we've ever missed a week.
No,
I don't think we've ever missed a week.
Yeah, ever since we went from the bi-weekly to a weekly, we've never missed a week.
That's what I'm saying, folks. Please, like support the show, either 5-star reviews or Patreon. Like,
and I think there's only been one time we came out a day late or something like that. But
we've never missed a week.
Yep.
All right, so folks, support the show.
Consistency, niggas. And on top of that, guys, bring us some voicemails, 347-508-0978. And, of course, Patreon.
All right. Folks, we love you. We hold you. We may look at you with crazy eyes, but it's just because we just so bad because our name are Draya and Michelle. And we got some good, juicy titties. Michelle. Is it Michelle?
Yes, Michelle.
All right, well, no matter what, we belong together. Feel like, out of my element, feeling that light, gonna be there to the element, it'll be a rap, we belong together.
I can't sleep at night because Brandon don't know the words. He's just saying bullshit. I want to grab a hammer. Wait a minute, this is too bad. I'll probably go to jail. Then I'll be in a cell. And then I'll hear Draya, I only think of you. A sucking my... Oh, wait, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I was going somewhere else.
I thought at least you didn't say she was going to peg you.
What?
What?
That's your warning. So if you get pissed, it's all your fault.